miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Steelers' offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row.
And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Black. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Play action. Now Jackson being chased out left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the others into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. And he'll find Washington. That's complete.
Here we go.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. That is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. To the right side and complete to Washington. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. And the Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now toss. This is Connor. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Let's go now. Show that bench release and go. You got 4. You got 4. All right, son. Gotta go.
4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. Caught on the slant. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's the fullback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they... attack them here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
No. Check. Patriot. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Detroit.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Watch him now, Barney.
They go play action with Jackson. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves to James. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get. The football back. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to Baltimore after this. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. Throw left side taken in by Washington. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh 1st. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. This one complete, right side to McDonald. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for him.
He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. We haven't even escaped the 1st half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the 1st half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven 1st. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately, They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Washington with the catch, middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these 1st half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger, but it's brought in by Washington. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Roethlisberger now closing in on a 200-yard 1st half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a second down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Leopard, now let's go, please.
Play action. It's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield now, here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now Roethlisberger to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. And the Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He sets to fire deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the ball is knocked out. Does the big boy have the juice? And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And oh, it's blocked. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On second down, Roethlisberger forced out to his left. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And he'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
And there's a man they call AB. Always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches. Holds a number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season in NFL history. And in 2015... just 7 catches shy of setting the single-season mark for most receptions, currently held by Marvin Harrison, a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he had 136 catches that year on the heels of 129 the season before. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 39. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They go play action now. Jackson.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the best.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Colby Listenby, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 61 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Roethlisberger. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Ben Roethlisberger, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Grant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And that play was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Leopard! Leopard!
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Patriot! No, check, Patriot! Patriot!
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They run with Logan. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Corey Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Roethlisberger, he's going to sling this deep down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
No, check, Patriot! Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And when
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Colby Lisenby, 56 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now Roethlisberger. And now here is another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
His throw incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down. That's Logan. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker now for the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And the Steelers set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
You got 4. You got set. Like 80. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Let's go, D.
Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Set. Blue 30.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. It got his man complete. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Stings. 8. 8. Set.
Connor. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Again, it's Connor. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on fourth down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Connor. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2.
Let's go.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3.